reaction to that vote. That was a close vote. And by my count, at least one member of the Anti-Couple Alliance voted for Drew. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who is it? It's not me. Or is it? Who is it?
Well, didn't expect Ian going home. It's a classic case of an alliance with numbers. One guy flips, and they're going to pick us off one by one. Our best hope now is if I win, I guess, or Ashton, I guess. I don't know. I'm talking to Chris, I'm talking to Bradley, but nothing's for sure. Bradley is the dumbest alliance member I've ever had in my entire life. I texted Bradley after the results came out, and I was like, dude, I'm a dead man in water. And he was like, no, you just have to trust me. It's hard not to trust someone who doesn't tell you anything, dude. Bradley, he is on my hit list. He is target number 1 at this point.
Number 1!
Okay, quick reactions to the eviction. First off, it worked exactly how I wanted it to. Second off, now I have to do a little bit of damage control. Lane's a little bit mad at me. That's okay. He'll get over it. He's not a target for next week, no matter how paranoid about it he thinks he is. I have not heard anybody say that they're going to target Lane. As far as I know, next week, tomorrow, hopefully somebody wins that is on my side of things, and we will go for Sarah.
Your girl is the new HOH. Anyone who targeted me, you better look out, because I'm coming for you.
Heck yes, Ashton won HOH. I knew that she was going to win HOH. There was no way that anyone got a perfect score in only 6 pictures. It was pretty much impossible. So I knew Ashton was going to win HOH. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is a way to avenge Ian. This is a way to stay strong with Allie. It's a way to stay strong with Chris. It's a way to stay strong with Bradley. Like, everything could not be more perfect right now. Now our sights are set on backdooring Sarah. Stay tuned for more to come.
So Ashton won head of household, which is really, really impressive. I'm interested to see her pictures. That's super awesome. But it means I'm 100% sure that she's going to be putting me up. So I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. I haven't talked to her actually yet at all, which is probably not a good thing. So I may try that. I don't know what to do.
I'm a little upset Ashton won. I really felt I had a very good chance at winning that HOH competition. However, I know she's smart, and I feel like she can use this to her benefit in a great way if she will think for herself. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
The production team wouldn't let me fix my hair this morning before I responded with a video. Anyways, Ashton winning is good news because it means Bradley is probably safe. But we'll see what Ashton decides. I'm kind of still up in the air about it.
So I'm doing my diary room video with wet hair in true Big Brother fashion. So Ashton won the head of household competition, which really is almost as good as me winning it myself. I'm very confident in our alliance with me and Ashton and Lane, so I don't think there's any chance really of me going up this week. So right now we're just discussing ways that we can backdoor Sarah and who we should put up before the veto competition to ensure that she goes home.
As HOH, I have to nominate 2 people, so the first person I nominate for eviction is Daniel, and the second person I nominate is Tyler. I said this morning, those of you who talk to me directly have a better chance of not going on the block. Everyone that talked to me is off the block. You two never spoke to me once in this game, so therefore I've nominated you.
So I don't really know who I'm aligned with at this point in the game. I think it's Bradley, Chris, and Tucker, but I also really like Ashton and really would like to work with Ashton. But I also have pledged my allegiance to Sarah and Drew, which is the same place I've found myself in the whole time, is I've told everyone I'll work with them. So I'm really hoping that with Ashton being HOH, she can nominate Sarah and Drew or Sarah and Daniel, and we can potentially get Sarah out. Because if Sarah's gone, then I think things may shuffle on alliances. Then I can stop lying to everyone.
Quick thoughts. Daniel and Tyler going up. That's okay. I'm pretty sure the plan's to backdoor Sarah anyway, so whatever. Second thoughts. Sarah getting picked to play the veto. Oh my God, stop getting so freaking lucky and actually have to play the game.
So far, my HOH is going perfectly according to plan. Sarah got picked to play in the veto, but this veto was perfect to ensure she doesn't win. We just throw all of our dodgeballs at her and she won't win. But here's the kicker. Daniel is in love with this girl, in love. So much to the fact that if he won and thought I was gonna put her up, then he wouldn't have even played his veto on himself. He would sacrifice himself for her, which is fine. But this is where it gets so good. Lane swoops in and says, Daniel, if I win, I'll make a deal with you. I'll take you off. You can trust me. We're in this together. And they've got this beautiful side thing going on. But then Daniel texts me and he's like, any plans who you're going to put up as a replacement nom? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. And we're just talking, gibbering, jabbering. And he says, let's make a deal. Basically, if you don't put up Sarah, then I got you in the future. And I said, Sarah? That wasn't even a thought. I screenshotted messages from Drew saying that he wanted to target Sarah and sent it to Daniel. I said, I think I want to get Drew out because he's already being sketchy. He's already turning on his alliance. He can't be trusted. So if somebody wins the veto and takes himself off, I'm putting up Drew. Sarah is not an option. But we all know Sarah's my target this week. We all know as soon as that veto gets played, skirt, Sarah's going on the block and she's going home. I'm stabbing 2 people in the back, but Sarah will be out and Daniel's just 1 person. So I'm not feeling too bad right now. And even if he puts me on the block next week, I feel I have the numbers to support myself and I'm not too worried. This is perfect. I love being HOH. It's so fun. I love this game. I'm sitting pretty. Until next week.
Well, it looks like it's all turning out the way we wanted it to. And I think they're going to backdoor Sarah.
Here's just a quick update of everything that's been going on. Since Ashton's won HOH, I've made a side deal with Daniel. And Daniel thinks that if I win the veto, I'm going to use it and pull him off. I've also convinced him that I'm willing to work with Sarah as well so we can all collaborate and get out the people we need to get out in order to ensure that Sarah and Daniel remain safe throughout the rest of the game. However, what he doesn't know is that I'm actually working with Bradley and Ashton and Allie, and we're going to use this veto to really put Sarah up on the block and to vote her out this week.
We have tremendous news over here for the Power Veto competition. All right, so tentatively there's an alliance between me, Sarah, and Lane. Now the plan is for each of us to throw all of our balls at 1 person each. If we do this, then between the other 3, if they do not do the exact same thing, then there will not be a tie, and one of us is guaranteed to win the Power of Veto.
Hey guys, right now I'm in Greenville at the Indie Craft Parade, so I can't do a lot of my normal things, but I wanted to get the results to you guys as soon as possible, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. In dead last place with 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 hits on them was Sarah, followed by 5th place with 5, 10, 15, 23 hits was Tyler. After that, with 15 hits, was Tucker. After that, with 13 hits, was Daniel. Whoever came in 2nd place only had 6 hits, and the winner with only 4 hits against them. And congratulations, Ashton, you have won the Power of Veto. You have all the power this week.
This plan worked absolutely perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Less than 1 minute after the veto results were posted, Daniel texts me and proposes a final 2 deal with me and tells me he's loyal to me and Ashton. My entire crazy messed up plan worked. Sarah is going out of this house. Me and Ashton are running the show. We've got Daniel, we've got Allie, we've got Bradley, we've got Jenny. Next, it's time to put Drew in the scope and knock him out next week.
Wow, Ashton and Lane only managed to get hit 10 times collectively together. That's kind of surprising. But, I mean, no one seems to be worried about them, but yet everyone was worried about couples last week. I don't know, kind of fishy. I don't like it.
After a lot of consideration, I have decided to use the power of veto on Daniel. Now, it's been very interesting. Since I've become HOH, I've heard a lot of pitches from a lot of people, and the most general consensus is everybody fears one person in particular. So for that reason, Sarah, you are my replacement nominee.
Okay, so I can't say I didn't know that this was going to happen, so I was kind of ready for it and expecting it, but it's still kind of shocking based on conversations I'd had with Ashton, as well as direct things that she'd said to Daniel. So feeling kind of yuck about that. So basically right now I'm completely on damage control, and my main argument seems to be I'm actually playing the game, whereas people haven't seen Tyler and haven't talked to Tyler. Are we just going to let him coast through the beginning rounds to play at the end?
So I know Sarah is doubting me right now, so me wanting her gone only affirms her doubts, but once you start doubting someone, I don't know if you ever actually stop doubting them. So eventually Sarah's going to come for me. So I think I'd rather her just be gone. And I don't think I would be here had I didn't know that she was already doubting me and that was a potential threat. Bye.
Hurricane Florence might be hitting the Carolinas, but it's a hurricane of emotion that's really hitting me right now. This rain in the background is really appropriate because I'm very sad that Sarah's been nominated. I mean, yes, sad, but also somewhat relieved. If she ends up losing this vote and she goes home, that might be good strategically, but I don't know. After Ian going home, it really feels like fun players that I really enjoy are gonna be gone, and fun players that I really enjoy are gonna be gone, and the game might be not as much interesting and exciting. I don't know. This game is still taking lots of exciting turns, so I could be wrong. The other thing that's really concerning me right now is the amount of coordination and control that Lane and Ashton showed in this veto competition. I think the amount of disruption they were able to cause and coordination to get all the other players to work against each other and not against them is very impressive. I think Ashton's the power of everyone else, and that's why people targeted them originally. I feel like there was really nothing to do this week when Ashton wins HOH, but next week if someone else does, I think it'll be a really crucial time for people to realize how much power they held this week. Hopefully I can manage to convince everyone else and we can move forward with that strategy and collectively bring the balance of power closer to everyone else, because right now it feels like it's everyone else individually and the two of them together. I think that was what people feared from the beginning, was couples being a duality of power and having twice the power of everyone else, and that's why people targeted them originally.
Hey Josh, here's my first official vote. I vote to evict Sarah. Sorry.
I vote to evict Sarah.
I get what's happening.
Hey Josh. Sadly, I vote to evict Sarah. Thank you.
Hi, Sarah. Ashton, about 3 hours ago, was just announced to be HOH, but I'm so confident in our plan this week that I'm going to go ahead and make this video. You've talked absolutely zero game with me this entire time, and you've openly targeted me. Ian has told me that. Bradley has told me that. Ashton has told me that. So many people have told me all these things. You even targeted me day one by hitting me with the play right off the bat. So it only makes sense for us to complete this back door on you, because I vote to evict Sarah.
Hey Josh, so I do Rockstar's voice. I sadly vote to evict Sarah. Bye, Sarah.
I'm going to nominate Tyler.
Hi Josh, you look stunning as always, and I vote to evict Sarah.
So I really don't vote this one lightly. I think Sarah can be a real threat later on, so I believe I have to vote to evict Sarah.
Attention house guests, the votes are in. Once I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few minutes to say their goodbyes and walk out the front door. By a vote of 7-1, Sarah, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.